I'll be your end of days.
What's up, guys? Corey, Core Cinema, back once again with you, and it's been a while. It's been about a week since I've put up a video for you guys, but for good reason, because I've been sick. I don't know if you can hear it still in my voice, but I've been hit or miss with speaking lately. I was kind of bedridden a couple days last week, but I'm feeling much better now, and wanted to get on here and do a video for you guys. So, yeah, here I am. And a review video. I'm not done one of those really yet, but I'm going to give it a shot for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Really, because I haven't been buying much this week, so I had to do something different. First off, though, I actually did pick up a couple things, and I want to talk about that. Last week, I was at my the pawn shop I usually go to. It's really close to my area, and I actually saw this thing I bought, but I didn't buy it at that time. I kind of passed it up because I wasn't sure exactly what it was, and I'll explain that in a minute. But I was at a Walmart later in the day, and I actually saw this there brand new for $60, and I was like, wow, that's actually what I saw earlier for 18. So I went back down to the pawn shop, and for 18 bucks, I picked up this little beauty. It's the Jurassic Park 5 movie collection in 4K. As you can see, there's all the discs are stacked, 3 per side. Now the third disc over here is a Blu-ray of special features. But yeah, 18 bucks. I picked that up, and actually it still had the code in it. The code, 4K code for all 5 movies. I sold that in a Facebook group for 15 bucks, really quick. And so $5 basically for this. Actually, less than that, like what, 3? So that was awesome. I was glad to get that. And the other thing I picked up, I have an LG 49-inch 4K 3D TV. The 4K isn't HDR though, and I was kind of itching to like upgrade my TV a little bit. So I put that on Facebook and sold it, and took that money plus some more, and I bought a 65-inch TCL Roku TV. It's a lower level, but I enjoy it. I think it's the picture's nice, plays everything well, and I just wanted something bigger for now, so it was an awesome pickup. So picked that up, and that's really all I've bought in the last week or so. So, and I probably won't be buying much for a little while. Got some other things coming up. Got to do some bill paying, adulting. So excited. But yeah, that's the couple things I've picked up. Been enjoying it, so it's been fun. Been good. Watching a lot of sports and movies. Makes movie watching a lot more fun when you have a bigger TV to watch that stuff on. So very cool, very cool. So today's video, I want to talk about a movie I watched recently, and it's an older movie, obviously, but it's one that I just watched for the first time recently, and well, here it is. Let's talk a little bit about Empire Records. Now, Empire Records is a movie that, as I said, I missed it when it came out. It came out in 1995, and that was the year I graduated high school. And that's really probably the reason I missed it. It was kind of a busy time for me. I was wrapping up high school, headed to college. Wasn't really watching a lot of movies at that time. Just life had kind of taken over. But a little synopsis about Empire Records, if you haven't seen it. It's basically about a group of friends that work at a record store, and this is kind of a 24-hour period, I guess you could say, at this record store, Empire Records. And it starts off with a guy is working the closing shift, and stumbles upon the fact that the owner is probably going to sell this record store to a chain, and doesn't want that to happen, so he takes the night's uh, the money from the day at the record store, goes to Atlantic City and tries to quadruple the money to save the record store, but he loses the money. And you start out thinking that's going to be like the major um, plot of this movie, and it is loosely throughout this whole movie. Kind of the loose theme or plot of the movie. But really, what the movie is it's just a coming of age type movie looking into the lives of all these people that work at the record store. And again, here are the main cast of characters in this record store. Obviously, you got Liv Tyler there. If you look at this cover art, she looks like the main character, which to a certain extent she is. But really, really, what I like about this movie is that it really gives equal importance to most of the characters, and it really gives a good background on each of them and what they're facing in their life and how they relate to everyone else. Now, I want to go back to like this era when this movie came out, and I think about the 1990s, and I was trying to think about what my thoughts are on the 90s, because that was kind of my coming of age type time period as well. I was a child through the 80s. I became a teenager in 1990, and I came through high school in the early 90s, graduated, like I said, in 95. Um, but when I think about the 1990s, I think that was really the last um, carefree decade, if you want to think about it. 1995, 6 years before 9/11, and ever since 9/11, we've been in a more serious type of environment or society. Um, Obviously, I wasn't growing up in the 2000s and 2010s, but I just feel like those kids have a more serious environment to grow up in than the 90s. You look at 1995, I graduated high school. Very few people I knew had a cell phone. Internet was in its infancy. A lot of people had AOL, but there wasn't like the traditional internet like we know now. No social media. I mean, AOL again was your social media. There was AOL Instant Messenger. That's how you talk to people if you're going to talk online like that. So it was really like an innocent time, and it's like the last era of kids that grew up kind of without the internet. So it's a really interesting time, and I think this film really captures that really well. Um, I was going through some notes, and this got pretty negative reviews. Um, but I think if you look at it now, it's a good nostalgia piece, and it's a fun movie. It's got some drama elements to it. It's got a lot of comedy to it, but I think it captures the '90s pretty well. And if you haven't seen this movie in a while, I would check it out again. Like I said, it was the first time for me to watch it about a month ago, and I enjoyed it. It really took me back to that place. I never worked in a record store, but it those characters were familiar to me, and it was fun to watch them, tell the story of each of those characters. I don't think it deserves the negative reviews it got back in the day. But there were a lot of movies like that at that time period. A couple of years later, there's a movie Can't Hardly Wait with Jennifer Love Hewitt. And there's other movies of that same vein at that time, but probably back then they all just kind of uh, garbled together and were hard to discern between the other. So yes, I enjoyed the movie. I think if you haven't seen it before, definitely give it a shot. If you have, and it's been a long time, again, take a look at it again. I've got it on DVD here. I went ahead and actually ordered the Blu-ray for I think I paid $5 for it. Now, the one thing about the Blu-ray, from what I read, it only comes with the theatrical cut. This actually has an extended cut. It's the special fan edition, a remix special fan edition. So, take it, however you want to look at it between the two. If you want to get this with the extra footage, you can. Blu-ray is also available though. So, yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for me. Like I said again, Empire Records. Give it a shot. I think it's a fun movie to watch especially if you were around my age, coming up in the '90s, and you probably get some good nostalgia from it. So, guys, if you like this video, please give me a like. If you stumbled upon this video and like what you see, I would appreciate a sub. And please leave a comment if you've seen Empire Records. If you like it, leave a comment. If you don't like it, leave a comment as well. Tell me what you didn't like about it. But that's it for me this time, guys. Corey, Core Cinema, here with you. Going to try to be here every week with some kind of video for you. And until next time, take it easy, guys.